You step into the shower and turn the handle the wrong way, on purpose. The water hits you and your whole body locks up. You gasp before you even decide to. Every instinct you own is screaming at you to get out. You've heard people talk about doing this for 30 days straight, turning it into some extreme lifestyle overhaul, but you're not interested in that. You just want to know what actually happens if you stick with it for one single week. And the real answer is far more specific and far stranger than most people expect. 7 days isn't a random number picked for a video title. It's close to the exact window researchers use when they study how the body adapts to repeated cold exposure. And what happens inside that window has almost nothing to do with willpower. Start with day 1. The moment cold water hits your skin, your body reacts like you've been thrown into actual danger. Blood vessels near your skin constrict immediately. Your heart rate spikes. You take a sharp, involuntary breath. This is called the cold shock response. It's not psychological. It's not you being dramatic. It's a hardwired survival reflex, the same one that would trigger if you fell through ice into a frozen lake. Here's the twist: your body doesn't know the difference between a genuine emergency and a shower you turned cold on purpose. As far as your nervous system is concerned, both situations demand the exact same response. By day 2 or 3, something starts to shift. Not because the water feels any warmer, it doesn't, but your body's alarm system begins recalibrating how loudly it reacts. Researcher Susanna Suberg studied this kind of repeated cold exposure and found that consistent short bouts of cold trigger a measurable increase in a hormone called norepinephrine. In plain English, this is one of your body's main alertness chemicals. It sharpens focus, it can lift mood, and Suberg's research found levels rising significantly even after brief cold exposure lasting under a minute. This is where it gets genuinely counterintuitive. You'd expect repeated cold exposure to simply become easier to tolerate. It does. But the deeper finding is that your body isn't just getting used to the cold, it's actively building a stronger stress response system because of it. Think of it like a rehearsal. Every cold shower is a small controlled crisis, and your body, given repeated practice at handling small crises, gets measurably better at handling all of them, cold or otherwise. By day 4 or 5, researchers have documented something else. In 2016, Nienke Buijse ran a large randomized trial in the Netherlands testing daily cold showers against a control group. The cold shower group reported significantly fewer sick days over the following months. Buijse's team didn't find that participants got sick less often. They found something more specific. When people in the cold shower group did get sick, they missed less work because of it. Their bodies seem to be handling the illness itself more efficiently. The proposed reason connects back to that same alertness chemical. Repeated brief cold stress appears to prime parts of the immune system, making the body's response to actual illness slightly faster and more coordinated. By day 6 or 7, most people report something almost nobody expects going in. The dread beforehand doesn't disappear completely, but it shrinks fast. This lines up with research from Radboud University in the Netherlands, where scientist Peter Pickers studied practitioners of intentional cold exposure and found measurable changes in how their bodies regulated inflammation under stress compared to people with no cold exposure training at all. None of this required 30 days. None of it required extreme endurance. 7 days was enough for the nervous system to start visibly adapting its baseline response. Here's the modern mirror in all of this. You live in a world engineered to remove almost every form of physical discomfort from your day. Climate control, heated seats, water that's always exactly the temperature you want it. Your ancestors never had that luxury. Cold was simply part of existing in the world, and their bodies adapted to handle it as a matter of course. You've spent your entire life opting out of that exposure without ever realizing your stress response system quietly got softer because of it. 7 days of cold water isn't about punishment. It's about briefly reintroducing your body to a kind of controlled difficulty it hasn't had to handle in years and watching how quickly it remembers how. You step into the shower and turn the handle the wrong way, on purpose. But by day 7, it isn't really the water that's changed. It's you, standing there for 1 extra second before you gasp, because some part of your body already knows exactly what's coming and it isn't afraid of it anymore.